Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got something really interesting to talk about, because early details and emerging leaks about The Chosen Season 6 Episode 1 are starting to give us a clearer picture of what's coming next. And if these details turn out to be even partially true, then this opening episode could easily be one of the most powerful and intense beginnings the series has ever delivered. This doesn't feel like just another season starting. It feels like the moment where everything begins to shift in a much deeper and more serious way. Let's start with the expected release timing. Right now, all signs are pointing toward a mid-November 2026 premiere, with Episode 1 likely arriving around that period. While there hasn't been an official confirmation yet, the production timeline and consistent insider hints make this window feel very realistic. And honestly, it fits perfectly with the direction the story is heading, because what's coming next isn't something that can be rushed. It needs time to build emotional weight, to develop tension, and to fully prepare the audience for a much more layered and intense phase of the story. Now, when it comes to Episode 1 itself, the biggest thing you'll notice right away is the shift in tone. This isn't a slow or gentle reintroduction. Instead, the episode is expected to drop viewers straight into a world that feels heavier and more uncertain. The sense of calm and hope that defined earlier seasons hasn't disappeared, but it now exists under pressure. There's a feeling that something is changing beneath the surface, and that change is affecting everything: how characters think, how they interact, and how they respond to what's happening around them. One of the most important elements of this shift comes from within the group. The unity that once felt so strong is beginning to show subtle cracks. These aren't loud conflicts or dramatic arguments, but quiet, emotional moments where doubt starts to appear. Questions begin to form, and not all of them have clear answers anymore. You can expect scenes where conversations feel simple on the surface, but carry a deeper tension underneath. This is where belief starts to be tested in a very personal way, and not everyone is going to respond to that pressure in the same manner. At the same time, there's a growing sense of external tension. The world outside is becoming more aware and more cautious, and that awareness is slowly turning into pressure. Episode 1 is expected to begin setting up this larger conflict, not through sudden action, but through a steady build. There's a feeling of being watched, of something approaching, even if it hasn't fully revealed itself yet. It creates an atmosphere that feels controlled but uneasy, like something significant is just on the edge of happening. Then there's the detail that has everyone talking. Reports suggest that Episode 1 includes a key moment involving a major character, but it's not something loud or immediately shocking. Instead, it's a quiet shift, a decision, a hesitation, or even a realization that changes the direction of the story in a subtle but powerful way. These are the kinds of moments that this series handles best, because they don't just affect one character, they create ripple effects that influence everyone else moving forward. Another important aspect to consider is the overall scale of Season 6. This season is expected to feel bigger in every sense, with more detailed settings, a more cinematic presentation, and a tighter, more focused narrative. But at the same time, it's also more intense. Every scene feels like it has a purpose, and every moment is building towards something larger. That puts a lot of responsibility on Episode 1, because it has to establish that tone, raise the stakes, and prepare the audience for everything that's about to unfold. What makes this opening especially compelling is that it's not relying on massive events to create impact. Instead, it's using small, meaningful changes within the characters to set the stage for what's coming next. This is where the story begins to transform, where relationships start to evolve, and where the emotional depth of the series becomes even more important than before. So when you watch Episode 1, it's worth paying close attention to the details that might seem minor at first. The pauses in conversations, the expressions on characters' faces, and the moments that aren't fully explained. Those are the things that will likely matter the most as the season progresses. Because this time, the story isn't just about what happens, it's about how everything begins to change. That's everything we know so far, but now it's your turn. What do you think this subtle but powerful twist could be? Which character do you believe is heading toward the biggest transformation this season? Drop your thoughts and theories, because this is one of those moments where every small detail could lead to something much bigger.